Hi everybody, it's the Soap Man and it's time to make some soap. And I think a lot of you know, I get a lot of my inspiration for colors from things that are around me, like something I see in nature. I get a lot of inspiration from clothing, especially women's clothing, because a lot of women wear really bright, vibrant colors. And of course, you all see me in my Hawaiian shirts, and I'm saying that. But today's inspiration is a little bit unusual. It's from the sole of a man's shoe I saw. So the shoe sole was mainly black, so the base of our soap is going to be black with activated charcoal, but it had dispersed in it three different colors, kind of vivid colors. There was a bold orange, so I am using Nurture Soap's Orange Marmalade for the bold orange. It had a light green I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to mimic. I'm just going to get as close as I can using a combination of Nurture Soap's Green Vibrance, but it's going to be lightened up a little bit with Mad Mica's Radioactive Green. And that's going to be a little hard to tell because Green Vibrance turns a really funky brownish green when it's mixed with soap, when it's mixed with lye. Then after 24 hours it morphs back to its normal color. So I'm not going to be able to tell if I'm going to get that right or not, but it doesn't really matter. And then it had a medium light blue, so I'm going to use Nurture Soap's Brilliant Blue. I'm going to lighten it up just a little bit with titanium dioxide. Now you're seeing that and probably thinking, did I misunderstand what he said with the fragrance? And no, I am going to fragrance this with Brambleberry's Chocolate Ganache. And I know that might be a little strange. Of course, I don't sell mine. I give them away. It doesn't really matter. And that is a little strange, but I've had this for a long time, and I need to get it used up, and it turns a very, very dark brown. So I'm thinking, if I'm using a black base anyway, why not put this in? Because this turns it really close to a black anyway. So yes, a little bit strange, I know, but I am fragrancing this with Chocolate Ganache. So give me a few minutes to get things set up, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I'm going to have to be a little cautious. I'm soaping a little on the warm side, like in the neighborhood of 96, 97 degrees Fahrenheit, which definitely is warmer than I usually do. But I know these accent colors are going to be unscented, not have a fragrance at all. And I know in the black soap, the fragrance behaves very, very well. So I'm going to try to accommodate for that. So I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon of the Brilliant Blue into this one. And give it a stir, see what it looks like. Then I'll put my TD in, which will have to be stick blended, of course. So I'll probably put about maybe that's a half. Let me put maybe a quarter teaspoon of TD in. I can always add a little more if I need. This will be hard to tell until I stick blend it what it's going to look like. But that actually didn't do anything at all. So maybe I need a half teaspoon, but I'm not going to dare do any more because stick blending it will really brighten that up. So our next is the Orange Marmalade. Put about a half a teaspoon of it in. Maybe just a little under. This is pretty potent. Give that a stir. Set it out of the way. And let's do our greens. And this is the one, like I say, it's going to be a little hard to tell if I nail it or not because Green Vibrance turns a really ugly color initially. And then, as it saponifies, it turns back to its really pretty intended green. So put about a quarter of each. And plus, this neon will brighten up when I stick blend it too. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to get with this. And it doesn't really matter. Okay, that kind of looks like it. That hasn't morphed yet. That orange is a little darker than I want, so I'm going to put a little TD in it too. And let me stir the black into my charcoal into the black. And then I will stick blend these and get the fragrance in the black. Okay, so let's see what these colors look like when they are blended up now. Yeah, our green is morphing, but that's okay, I knew it would. And that was a pretty heavy stick blend, but there's going to be no fragrance, and I want these to set up. So let's get this. And that was too much TD, as I suspected it might be. So we'll have to counteract that just a little bit and quickly with some more mica. Okay, and then let's get our fragrance into our black and let it start thickening. And I know there's ample, I can finish that off and be within safe usage limits, so didn't even measure. And this may initially lighten the black. I'm not really sure. I've never used it in black, or I don't remember it. Seems alright. Yeah, it did. Yeah, look how it's lightening up. But once it saponifies, it should darken up again. So I'm going to pour all the black in the mold. I really don't know what causes that, but that is, as you saw, a dark fragrance oil that darkens your soap, but yet when it goes into black, it lightens it. Go figure. Then I'm going to drop these in. Since that's going up well, I might just save that for the top. I was going to do something different on the top, but I think I've changed my mind. Then we're going to take our hanger tool. That's actually thinner than I expected with all the stick blending I did and the warmer temperature. It's quite a bit warmer than I was expecting. I mean, quite a bit thinner than I was expecting. So I'm glad I soaked warm, and I'm glad I heavily stick blended. Look how thin that still is. All that stick blending, warm temperature, and titanium dioxide. It's still nice and fluid. Okay, so I will squirt this with some rubbing alcohol a few times to prevent soda ash and set it on the radiator to heat it up like I always do, and wrap it up, put it to bed overnight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, it's time to cut our soap. I'm kind of curious about this one. I think I got the accent colors too light. Now it looks to me like the green I got spot on exactly what I wanted, but we're going to find out. This black is not as black as I had hoped, and that seems to happen on fragrances that discolor, like that one with a lot of vanillin really discolors. It seems like it always lightens black soap. Go figure, I can't. But ones that I've used before in black soap, because they really darken, have lightened the black. So let's see, but generally as it goes through 2 or 3 weeks of cure time, it does darken some. Yeah, the accents are lighter than I wanted, but the green is spot on. Or I should say the blue and the orange are lighter than I wanted. Does smell good though. That fragrance is wonderful. Smells fantastic. It holds its scent and behaves like a dream. So let's see what we have. Yeah, there's an end piece, which doesn't have quite as much color as the center ones will. It was a little thinner than I generally like, because the fragrance just behaves so well. And the accents were uncolored. But that's for the most part what I was expecting. So let's see what this other one looks like. So not exactly what I envisioned, but close, and not bad by any means. So overall, pretty pleased with this. And I'll finish cutting these and upload some pictures. I might hold off on getting a final picture until later this evening to see if that darkens any, although the inside is fairly dark. So that's what I have this week, and thanks for watching, and stay safe, take good care of yourselves, and be blessed, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye, everybody.